What up, Tristan?
Hey, Dr. John, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I've been better, but I'm a little nervous.
Well, I appreciate your trust, man. How can I help?
So
let it rip, dude. Let it rip.
I feel like I'm two different people living in the same body, kind of like, at work, I feel confident and competent and I'm ambitious. But as soon as I get home, I feel like I turn into a slug. I lose all motivation to do anything. I kind of just mope around. I just don't understand what's going on necessarily, so.
Do you have a family? Do you have wife, kids, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend? Like, just you?
I'm single.
Okay.
Been single for a few months.
You said that in a defeated way. Tell me about that.
Well, the last relationship I had didn't end well. I felt, I want to speak about her as positively as I can because I don't think it was all her fault, but it's hard the way things ended not to feel kind of negative about it.
Hold on. Who told you it's not okay to feel negative?
I guess it's just me. I don't like harboring those kind of feelings about it. It just seems kind of irresponsible in a way, because I understand that, I made some mistakes, but when it first ended, I felt like I tried my best, and I did everything I possibly could for her, but it still wasn't enough. And that's kind of how a lot of things feel in my personal life nowadays. Is it feels like, just family, friends. I feel like I try my best, and it's never enough for anybody, And so,
how much of it is this?
Sorry.
No, don't apologize to me, man. You're good. You've made it to where your whole life is an apology. And at least in this interaction with me, bro, you don't have to apologize for anything, okay? I'm really glad that you called. How much is it with work? You have a very clear job to do, and you have very clear metrics on what success is. And when you get outside of work, the only metric you've determined is that you're not very good at stuff. And so you begin chasing how something's going to feel. And that becomes a moving target that you can never reach, to the point that you just are like, man, I suck at this. I'm failing all the time. Does that ring true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably.
What that usually signals is somebody is hoping or dreaming or expecting something out there. A mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, a cousin, a nephew, a girlfriend, somebody to make me feel whole. And the crummy, scary part of that is it doesn't work that way. It works from the inside out.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's tough, like I'll get done from a 14, 16-hour shift, and I'll get home and there's nobody there to say hi,
Yeah.
and and I just think, like, why am I working so hard,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it's not just for me. If it's just for me, then what's the point?
Right.
If all I had to worry about in my life was myself, then I'd do just enough So I could buy food and play video games all day and be a bum,
Right.
But it's not.
That's not who you are. But listen, brother, loneliness is real. I'm going to 100% give you that. It's a dark, hollow place to come home to nobody. And to have no buddies to call, to have no friends to call, to have no love to hold. It's scary how hollow it can be. And if you haven't fully metabolized your breakup, if you haven't sat in, I got my heart broken, and instead of started saying things like, well, it's not efficient, it's not a good use of my time, and you try to duct tape it over, your body's going to drag you underwater because it has to go through that experience to get to the other side.
Yeah.
Do you have a group of buddies that you can call and go have a drink with, to go hang out with?
Not really. I mean, I have people I could try.
Ultimately, here's the question you have to answer. Are you worth as much effort as you put into your job? Because if you say yes to that, then awesome. Then you're going to start a series of activities where you're going to put yourself in position to intentionally or unintentionally stumble into relationships with other people. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to only work 15 hours instead of 16 hours, and I'm going to invite a couple of dudes out once a week. I'm going to always get the fights at my apartment, and maybe only one dude shows up, but maybe two or maybe three. Or I'm going to have game night at my house, whatever the weird things that you're going to go first and just be awkward about. But similar to if your boss gave you a task and you didn't know how to do it, you value that job and that performance and that metric so much that you will find a way to get it done. That's who you are. You just have to decide, I'm worth that much investment too. And when you get your heart broken, it's easy to use that as the metric, right? That is the net worth of you. And that tends to color and shape everything, right?
Yeah. And it wasn't just her either.
It's been your whole life. How long have you not liked you?
Oh, man. Been a minute.
Where did it start? Where did it start?
Probably when I was, little. I can't really pinpoint the time and a place, but yeah, in my childhood sometime.
So how can you expect other people to find value in something that you don't value?
Yeah. I don't know how, though. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Say it.
Well, it's just hard,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the times I tried it just feels like the actions of, and I don't want to be somebody who's just negative about everything and everybody in my life.
Tristan,
like
quit apologizing. Just say it, man. Say it. You get to say it on this one. Be negative for a second. Let it rip.
I feel like the actions of those around me just trained me, or my body at least, to kind of reject anything like that, because I know mentally I understand everything you're telling me, but it's hard to motivate myself to do it because it just feels like my body rejects it,
Yeah, it does. And when you've created a whole world where the metric is how you feel, when your body tries to get your attention and say, this doesn't feel good, then you shut down. But if for a season you push through the feelings and say, all right, I feel you don't want to do this, we're going to do it anyway. And your body starts sounding every alarm it has to try to get your attention. It makes you anxious. It makes you not want to get out from under the covers. It It makes you need to go count the locks, whatever the thing it's trying to do to get you to avoid putting yourself out there, because your body learned, don't do this. This will get us hurt. You've probably heard me say this on the show, but those things that kept you safe as a kid are going to destroy your adulthood. They don't work anymore. The juke move you used on the Pee-wee football field will get your head taken off on a professional field. And that's just where we are. All that means is, man, you just got to learn some new skills. But you have put so much weight on this thing that every time you walk home and open the door and there's nobody there, that is that's like your bank statement showing you that you're overdrawn again. That you're a failure every time you open your door. And I just need you to hear me say those are the wrong metrics, man. Would you agree that you found yourself where you need some new skills?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. What do you do for a living?
I'm a field technician for a testing and engineering company.
I don't even know what that is that you just said. And so if you hired me to be a field testing engineer firm compadre guy, I would have to learn a whole bunch of I have to learn what the job is, but I'd have to learn some new skills. Right?
No.
Here's the part that you're not going to like. I don't see a path. This is just me loving you as best I can. You're going to have to sit down with a professional and walk through it. Because my promise to you is there is a bunch of hurt that you're not telling me about. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have the time.
I'm going to tell you right now, brother, you don't have the time not to. You don't have that luxury. How close are you to the edge? And be honest with me. Tristan, how close are you to the edge?
I'm doing better now, but pretty close.
Okay. You have a plan?
Not really.
I don't think I believe you on that one. You have a plan? Or just a fantasy at this point?
Well, I need to see somebody, but I was hoping to do it in person because every time I try it online, it just doesn't help.
I got you.
I feel like...
Will you make me a promise that you'll see somebody within before the day's over in person?
A professional?
Yeah. You need to go to a hospital today.
I have to work.
I'm telling you right now, you got to go to a hospital today, brother.
All right.
Or I'll tell you this.
Where do I go?
Unfortunately for you, you called the wrong guy, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm really, really grateful that you did. Hear me say this as directly as I've said anything on this show ever. The world will not be a better place with you gone. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You don't have to believe me. I don't care right now. There will be a huge gaping hole in the world if you're gone. And I also know you're hurting so bad and you just want it to stop, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. You're not crazy. Do you have a counselor that you talk to regularly?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a primary care physician? You have a doctor?
Maybe. No, not really.
Okay. Well, I want you to hang on the line here, and we're going to get you connected to somebody that can find you some resources there in your local area, okay? If it comes to it at the end of the day, you walk into the emergency room and you tell them as boldly as you can, I am strongly considering hurting myself or taking my life, and I need some help. Do I have your word on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're going to call in sick today? And the field technician group team, compadres, whatever, they're going to be just fine. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you get through with whatever this looks like, if it's 24 hours, if it's a couple of days, I don't care. And the whole time you can hate me, you can be so mad at me, and I don't care. You know why? Because on the other end of this thing, at least you'll still be here to be mad at me, and I'm all good with that. I love you too much. Okay?
I don't know who could hate you, sir.
Just read the YouTube comments, man. They're there. They're there.
Well,
All right.
I appreciate it.
We got a deal?
Yes, sir.
All right. Today's step one. And I cannot express to you how proud of you I am. Okay? Got it?
Thank you. Got it.
And do I have your promise that you're going to be here in 30 days for us to circle back and talk again?
Yeah.
Say, I promise I will be here in 30 days to talk again with you.
I promise I'll be here in 30 days to talk again with you.
Awesome. And for the average person listening to this, they didn't catch it. I know that was hard to say, wasn't it?
Sometimes it's impossible.
I know. I just ruined your whole plan. Too bad. Too bad, homie. Cool?
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Hang on the line, my brother. I love you. And I'm just in awe of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? Today is step one. And I'll talk to you in 30 days, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to put it on my calendar. Okay? Hang on the line, brother. We're going to get you connected.